The first no I ever said felt like a crime. My mouth opened and closed, and the silence smelled like cold sheets and regret. I mouthed the word, no, but it never left my lips. I remember thinking, if I say it, I'll lose him. I'll lose warmth. I'll lose what little I thought I deserved. That first no landed on me like a verdict.
Welcome back to S&J Pride. I'm Samnang. If you're a gay man who's ever froze at the edge of a boundary or felt the pull of shame that makes you say yes when your body says no, you're in the right place. Quick content note. We talk about sexual boundaries and past hurt today. If you need to pause, please do. There are resources linked in the episode notes.
Why are refusals so hard for us? Look, there's a whole stew of reasons. Scarcity narratives, like there aren't enough good partners out there, shame handed down by culture or family, and the fear that saying no will turn a soft moment into a hard one. Add in closeted life for the pressure to prove you belong, and boundaries get messy fast. But here's the thing. Saying no can be an act of care. Saying no well protects your desire, not takes it away. I want to tell you 3 short, true scenes, moments that taught me what a boundary could feel like. Scene 1, the frozen no. I was young, probably trying to prove something to someone who already liked what he saw on my surface. He leaned in, the room hummed, and my body said stop. My mouth closed like a fist. Afterwards, I walked home feeling hollow and ashamed, telling myself I must be easy to please or not brave enough to lose what I wanted. I carried that silence for years. Scene 2 happens a few years later. I'd been practicing small refusals. A drink, a text I didn't want to send, a plan I didn't have the energy for. One night, with someone I trusted more, I said, "Not tonight, I'm feeling tired." I said it slowly, like I was testing a new language. And instead of anger, he breathed and said, "Okay, do you want to stay and cuddle or go to bed?" I felt relief rush through me like warmth. That tiny practice made saying no less catastrophic. It taught me refusal doesn't always end connection. Sometimes it starts honest care. Scene 3 is a ritual we developed. Simple, not dramatic. After a difficult night, we started a short after check-in. 2 minutes, sitting on the edge of the bed, phones down. One person says what they experienced in a single sentence. The other listens and says, "I hear you." Then we name one small step we can take to hold each other. That soft ritual turned refusal into a shared responsibility. No longer was a no an accusation. It became a piece of choreography we both learned. From those scenes, I learned something practical. Boundaries need language, ritual, and rehearsal. So I'm going to give you 3 dignity-first scripts, short, useful lines you can use when you need to refuse without shame. These are reversible, consent first, and built to protect your body and your dignity.
Script 1, the pause phrase. Use this when you feel rushed. Say, "Pause. I'm not sure. Can we slow down?" That buys you time, sets a pace, and is a direct invitation to mutual care rather than an abrupt stop.
Script 2, the curiosity delay. This one is gentle and curious. "I'm curious about you, but I'm not ready for this. Can we check in later?" You're honest about interest, but clear about readiness. It keeps the door open without obligating your body. Script 3, the boundary declaration. This is for when you need firm clarity. "No, I don't want that. I need us to stop." Simple, direct, unapologetic. Say it with steady breath. You don't need to soften your safety or cloak it in justifications.
A note on tone. None of these lines are about shaming the other person. They're about protecting you. Use the pause phrase when you need time. Use curiosity delay when you want to preserve connection. Use boundary declaration when you need immediate safety.
Now, rituals. Tiny practices that make a no feel held rather than cast out. Ritual 1, the soft exit checklist. If you need to leave, have 3 quick private moves. Say the boundary line, Gather your keys or bag and choose a public place or a trusted friend to meet. Keep it simple. Practice it mentally so you don't freeze at the moment. Ritual 2, the 2-minute after check. After any sticky moment, whether someone honored your no or not, spend 2 minutes naming one feeling and one need. I felt pressured. I need safety tonight. The other person replies, I hear you. That phrase alone does healing work.
Ritual 3, the mutual repair phrase. When a boundary was crossed, both say, I want to understand. Tell me how I made you feel. This flips blame into curiosity and gives a path back, if both people are willing.
And here's a low-stakes experiment for 1 week. Pick one script. For 3 days, use it in small moments. Decline an extra drink, cancel a plan you don't want, or say no to a hookup you don't feel like. Keep a tiny journal, 1 line after each moment, what you said, how it felt, and one change in your body. By the end of a week, you'll notice the muscle memory shifting. Boundaries get easier the more you practice them safely. We need to be honest about danger. Sometimes a no is ignored or weaponized. If someone retaliates, coerces, or refuses to respect your boundary, that's a red flag. Safety-first signposts, repeated pressure after you say no, threats, isolation from friends, or any attempt to shame you into compliance. If you see those, prioritize leaving and reaching out to someone you trust. You can also contact local emergency services, shelters, or a crisis hotline. We put LGBTQ+ affirming therapist directories and hotline links in the episode notes. I want to say directly to you who are listening right now and feel trapped by politeness or fear, you have the right to protect your body. You have the right to change your mind. You deserve desire that shows up with consent, curiosity, and respect. If you're listening to this in your room or on a bus or in the dark, take a breath. Repeat with me quietly. I can say no. I can say yes on my terms. I am not broken for wanting safety.
If past trauma is rising as you listen, please pause. We are not therapists. This is lived experience and practical language, not clinical treatment. If the episode brings up intense feelings, consider reaching out to an LGBTQ+ affirming therapist or a crisis line. Links are in the episode notes. You do not have to navigate this alone. If you're willing, here's a small ask. Comment or DM the show with one line you'll try this week. If writing feels risky, send an anonymous voicemail about a tiny boundary win. If you can, just type I hear you in the comments so we know you're here. We read those messages. They remind us why we do this.
Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, practice doesn't shame you. It gives you language. Rituals don't punish. They invite care. Say no when you need to. Say yes when it lights you up. And breathe in between. You're not alone. I'm Samnang, and this is SNJ Pride. I'll see you next time.